All right. So, more recently, there has been a lot of traction going on the Lakers head coaching job. And apparently, the Los Angeles Lakers are keying in on one J.J. Redickson. Okay? This is from 2 hours ago. J.J. Redick just confirmed the obvious. You're looking at the Lakers' next head coach. Let's see what this is.
My focus is on the NBA Finals. I will say that. In terms of Shams, that will be addressed once the season is over. So I'll just say that. I'll just say that.
There you go.
Yeah.
Okay, that gave me two directions. Either I can't really try to read JJ right now. Is this a Shams, what's up? You know what I'm saying? We'll talk about it after the finals. Or is this a Shams, you fucking liar? Type of, we'll address it after the finals. I don't know. But Gills Arena did talk about this on their show yesterday. I also want to get my thoughts off on the Soul situation and why I think this is a bad idea. But
we've seen former players make the leap to head coach without any prior head coaching experience or coaching experience in the league for that matter. Some have been successful, some have not. How much faith do you have in J.J. Redick to make the Lakers a contender in the West again? If he's getting a job.
Playoffs, what?
I mean, Darvin Ham went to Western Conference Finals.
I mean, you have LeBron James and Anthony Davis, right? That's what you have to start off your coaching career.
That's good.
You know what I mean? Like you know what I mean?
That's good. Was not good enough to get out of the first round this season.
They played
Yeah, but they got to the
who they played.
I'm just
Look who they played.
But just, you know,
we played the champs. You know what I mean? It's like, yeah, hey, sorry, I lost to the Bulls again. I guess goddamn. But don't knock me because I ran up against him.
Is that good enough? You know, Lakers fans, very spirited fan base, some of the most delusional fans on the planet as well.
Yeah, we are.
That's not good enough.
I know it's not good enough, but you're still losing to Denver Nuggets. There's nobody besides Laker fans that thought we had a chance, right? Remember, I'm talking about, we might need to lose this game against Pelicans so we can get this team, so we can play. We were literally doing that to stay away from goddamn Jokic, right? So we went into the series delusional winning.
Let me ask y'all this, Laker fans. I know a certain two Laker fans that I know specifically that was like, man, fuck it, man. Let's stop ducking the smoke. Let's face the Denver Nuggets in the first round. We're not about to seed our way through these playoffs. If we're ready to beat them, we're ready to beat them. Let me ask y'all this, man. For those who did believe that in hindsight, do you still believe that, or would you have rather seen, you know what I'm saying, the Lakers on the top side of the bracket and potentially move on and have higher chances of moving on in the playoffs? Me personally, I would have still rather y'all played the meta. Get that top side of the bracket, avoid Denver, and if you face, you know what I'm saying, the Denver Nuggets in the Western Conference Finals, you face that bridge, you cross that bridge once you get there. But exactly what happened in these playoffs, hey man, at least give the chance of two other teams trying to knock them out so that once you get to the Western Conference Finals, you don't have to face the Denver Nuggets. You know what I'm saying? But that's just me.
Goddamn way to think that we could beat them. So his advantage is he does have that team, right? If they start off the season 10-1, am I giving him credit? No.
Why not?
You have LeBron James, and depending on what the schedule looks like, you know, if you play Houston Rockets first game, Spurs twice, right? Houston again, Detroit 2 more times.
I don't like that logic though, because they go 10-1. You don't give the head coach credit because he has LeBron and AD. Well, let's say they'll go 1-10. Now you're giving the head coach flack because of the fact that he has LeBron and AD. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you're about to give all the credit to LeBron and AD if they're winning, and don't put any of that on the head coaching, meaning that to you, the factor for their success has little to do with head coaching. I just don't think you can pull the reverse if they start off 1-10 hypothetically. and now they're failing because of the coach. I don't like that.
Right? Depending on what our schedule look like, if it looks anything like that, you know what I mean? Adam, you hear me? Right? Detroit a couple times.
But Luke Walton got that credit.
Huh?
Luke Walton got that credit when Steve Kerr went down and he won all those consecutive games in a row.
You know why?
And that ended up getting him a fucking head coaching job. Because look, he won what, 20 games in a row or something like that?
But they didn't know. Even though that team was a championship team, they didn't know they were that dominant coming out of the gate. Right?
But it wasn't out the gate. It was after he had got Steve Kerr.
No, it didn't start the season. Right?
No, it was like middle of the season.
I thought he didn't start the season.
Yeah,
It was the beginning of the season. Yeah, he didn't start.
The start of the season?
Yeah, it was the start of the season.
I thought he had a bacchiotomy like 20 games in.
No, it was a training camp. No, it was training camp.
The bacchiotomy.
Right?
So I just look at it though, like, if you get a chance, whatever, coaching job, especially former players, I mean, you got to go in there and do your job.
Yeah, sure.
No matter if you have LeBron or AD or anybody, you still got to go in there and prove yourself. So, I'm a Laker fan, so yeah. I mean,
Damn, you a Laker fan too?
I mean, I'm have confidence. He's a former player, so yeah, I want to see former players do well. When they have coaching jobs.
Yeah. Well, you guys have all spoken extremely highly of JJ, said he's qualified to take the position, but now, again, dealing with that LA market fan base.
The only hard part is the fans. The game itself is the game itself, right? Either you're going to be prepared as a coach or you're not, right? But you have a curve because you do have one of the smartest brains on the court.
True.
With you, who's still playing at a high level. You have Anthony Davis, right? That's playing both sides. So
let me just get my shit off now. I don't like this for JJ. I don't like this for the Lakers, but more specifically for JJ. I'm not saying this because I don't think JJ Redick knows basketball. I'm not saying this because I don't trust JJ's basketball knowledge, because obviously he displays it as much as he can, that he knows what he's talking about, right? My biggest concern, though, is I think, and correct me if I'm wrong, NBA players or, any former pro college players in chat or whatever, there's a difference between knowing the game and specifically being a head coach of 12 to 15 men. You know what I'm saying? And JJ Redick, his first head coaching job, first real coaching job, being the head coach of the Los Angeles Lakers, assuming LeBron and AD comes back, right? And the plan is, we're gonna retool. We're trying to go for a championship. Let's get one last hurrah out of this. Why would you, in that situation, outside of, just folding to what LeBron wants, outside of, hey, man, that's a sexy name to sign, why would you then hire a person who has, from my knowledge, the only coaching experience he has so far is coaching middle school basketball. And having him take that leap from coaching kids to NBA professionals. I just think that's a recipe for disaster, especially with the expectations of the Los Angeles Lakers, and especially with the expectations of this squad building around LeBron James. That's a tough task. That's a heavy task. You know what I'm saying? And the NBA already has a scapegoating issue. It already has a scapegoating problem when it comes to head coaches. I think head coaches disproportionately get too much blame when it comes to the blame game. I think for JJ, for him to take this job, because I'm gonna keep it a stack, I don't have them winning the championship next season. I don't think just putting in a different head coach there is gonna be the difference between them winning a championship or not. And we all know how the NBA media cycle goes. If you lose, there is a pack to be smoked. You know what I'm saying? I don't think there was a single playoff, unless it's the East and you truly didn't have a chance. Like if you go into a series and there's a relatively small chance, not even relatively small, but there's a relatively good chance that you win and you lose, you're about to get slandered. You're about to get slandered. And I just don't like this for JJ, bro. I feel like if I'm the loss, now mind you, this may be a case as well of, bro, there's not a lot of, and I think they've said this, bro, there's not a lot of good experienced coaches out there in the market, right? Which again alludes to the fact that I think in hindsight, them letting go of Frank Vogel was just a mistake. It was just a mistake. Knowing what was out there to replace him, it was a mistake to fire Frank Vogel. But I would have personally looked at a much more experienced head coach, specifically one with, at the very least, experience coaching playoff teams on a regular basis. Not 1 or 2 year stints, not this, one season where they led, where he led this team to the playoffs. I'm talking about a Doc Rivers, you know what I'm saying? A Mike Budenholzer type player, type coach, a Monty Williams, like these types of coaches that have been there, done that. After that, I'm looking at experienced assistant coaches. I'm looking at very experienced assistant coaches who have been in the league for decades at a time, because I do think there's a decent amount of assistant coaches who have been in NBA circles in a coaching setting for a long enough period. So let's bring them up. If we're looking for new blood, if we're looking for new ideas, there may be some assistant coaches out there with really high potential. And then I would look at a JJ Redick. Because again, does he have certain qualifications about him? Obviously, he's played the game at a professional level for over a decade. Obviously, he has shown a level of expertise when it comes to the X's and O's aspect of the game that, I feel like certain players are too focused on playing basketball and just doing their role to the point where they can't objectively look at other teams in a different way. I think JJ Redick is proven enough that he can do that. So JJ Redick does have coaching qualifications to him. But head coach for the Los Angeles Lakers with LeBron and AD, I just think that's a whole different task. And if JJ wants to be a head coach in the league, that's perfectly fine. I don't have a problem with that. If that's what he wants to take his career to, again, I don't have a problem with that. That's not my fucking career. But what I'm saying is, I feel like there's a in terms of, because JJ Redick has said this about players, right? Not rushing the process, embracing the process, not holding X player accountable too soon in their career. I just feel like for a guy who's never been a head coach before, the ideal job, the ideal spot would be what Ime had with the Houston Rockets last season, right? A team that's young, a team that's talented. You got a lot of pieces to work with. They even brought in some veterans for you. And you are going to be allowed to have the time, have the space to properly develop your head coaching chops. Because head coaching, again, is not just about timeouts. It's not just about in-game adjustments. And Gilbert Arenas said this yesterday on his live stream. I don't necessarily know if this is from the right clip. But being a head coach, again, is not just that. It's about knowing your personnel. It's about building trust in your locker room. It's about commanding respect from the players that you have, from the assistant coaches that you have. It's building chemistry, And I just don't think JJ Redick has a track record of doing all of these things. Maintaining composure when it comes to your coach. When it comes to your players. Like, all of these little things is why, like, there's a difference between, us coaching teams on 2K and actually being a head coach of grown-ass men that may even be older than you. Like LeBron's older than JJ type shit. So
the heavy lifting doesn't really fall on you. So, you're going to have, you get to learn a little bit more. You get to learn a little bit faster. I just hire him already. Like, fuck, if that's the coach, just say he's the coach. Stop. Why are we still sitting here talking about, well, it might be this guy there.
You know why?
Give it to us.
Why? You know why?
Why?
Because someone broke the news they don't want to give credit to. Somehow everybody got the fucking confidence that he's gonna be the coach.
Is this someone holding a trophy in front of them right now?
I'm just saying, man, Charles is in charge. Charles is always in charge, and listen. When I broke the story, I knew what was going on. I just didn't mean to fuck up the whole algorithm, right? They was trying to keep it hidden. They ain't want nobody to really know. I'm like, y'all not watching the same shit I'm watching? JJ is gonna be the fucking coach. We in the middle of the play. He's gonna be the coach, bro. He's training him to be the coach in front of our fucking faces. Now, all of a sudden, all y'all got confidence that he gonna be the fucking coach. Now it's up to 2 motherfuckers left, and it's JJ and somebody we don't fucking know. What the fuck are we talking about?
Who is the other person?
I've interviewed Borrego. Sam Cassell's also been mentioned. There's been
Who's
Borrego.
I think Sam Cassell would be perfect, in my opinion. I think Sam Cassell would be a much better candidate than JJ for what the Lakers are looking for. Sam Cassell would be really good, bro. But hey,
Go from it was with the Hornets.
Somebody we don't know.
And the Pelicans.
Yeah.
It's just one of them things. Is just hire it, get it out of the way.
If the Lakers are as petty as I hope, wait till Game 1 of the NBA Finals, take all the attention away from the Celtics.
You know that's coming.
Like what I'm saying is, that if you're trying to let everybody accept it, right? You do it now since there's already other things going on that's more important. You wait till after the finals.
And all the attention's on you.
And then you hire them where there's no basketball talk.
All the focus will be on him. I can't lie, bro. Like, I'll tell you right now, if they drop the news today, it will probably be the main news for a day or two. But, whatchamacallit, the rest of the time, we're still talking about the finals. If it goes NBA Finals, 1 week of break, and then they drop that shit, and motherfuckers are looking for shit to talk about, oh yeah, it'll be 3, 4, 5 days of JJ Redick is the new head coach of the Los Angeles Lakers. I don't think this is a bad move, or as bad of a move. I still think it's a bad move. I think hiring a guy like Sam Cassell makes more sense. I would even hire James Borrego before JJ Redick, in my opinion. And look at just other assistant coaches in the league. Again, like if there's no good proven head coaches in the league, look at assistant coaches first before you look at JJ. I don't think it's as bad of a move if this is a setup for the future of Lakers basketball, right? If they are actually gonna give JJ Redick the proper time and space to develop as a head coach for the next generation of Laker basketball after LeBron is there, I don't think it's that bad of a move. My biggest gripes with this move is, do y'all think JJ Redick is the solution to y'all problems for the short term, right? And if he isn't, I just really hope, I can only hope, but I don't think this is going to happen, that the attention isn't going to be a scapegoating of JJ Redick for being a trash coach and not knowing basketball, I just hope the process isn't rushed with JJ Redick as a coach, when ultimately it is going to go back to a front office who did a really bad job of looking for a replacement head coach to a coach that they just fired. You know what I'm saying? To a coach that they shouldn't have hired in the first place. I just hope, if this goes the way that I unfortunately think this is gonna go, that all the attention, all of the smoke should primarily be for the front office. That is the only thing I can wish for. But with that being said, let me know what y'all think in the comment section down below. Is this a good move for the Los Angeles Lakers? Is it bad? I think it's bad. But with that being said, I'm out, man. Peace.